are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on
welcome with the All Stars tournament of at least Group C of the tournament. Third game, third day. Ooh, why am what I'm doing over here? So we got Jamie with us tonight again. Evening, Jamie.
Good evening, Buff. Good evening, everybody. Yes, we are here with Group C, Day 3 of the qualifiers for the €150 All-Stars tournament. Looking forward to a good evening's fighting. Only 12 teams in this first match.
Yeah, it is.
I think half of them are jumping early to Georgia Pole.
Well, we've seen something similar yesterday. We had not the 12, but yesterday we got 14 teams. So I do find it a little bit regretting that people not showing up. It is a €150 tournament. First, the winner of the tournament can receive €100. So I don't get why people just don't show up while you have the chance to get qualified for that final.
I totally agree. Obviously, they've got enough euros.
Most likely,
they don't need any more.
I would at least give it a try.
And everybody spreads it. So we've got half the map, well, half the lobby are over at Georgia Pollen Hospital. And the other half are in Zone 1. We've got two teams heading down south towards Farm and Milter, one over at Milter Power. And then we've got FV and... Oh, just wait for my team list. Apologies, my team list disappeared.
Ooh.
There we go, just we. Over on the east at the pubgm, and then up in the north we have Team 13, which is not Respect Esports, is it? It's somebody else.
It's Evoking.
Evoking, yeah, so their graphic hasn't changed, apologies.
Yeah, so Evoking team number 13. So let me see, the zone. We have the zone almost completely of Severny. We got Stalber in play. Got Lipovka, Milta Power. The north side of Millie Base, you got Milta itself, Farm, and Pachinki School, and Rozok, of course, as well. But like you said, we got a couple teams. The half of the lobby jumped quite early and jumped towards Georgia Pole. So, did they jump wrong? I wouldn't say wrong, but yeah.
It's a very spread out at the moment. Look, I mean, the whole of central Erangel is completely and utterly empty.
Can run naked and nobody would see it.
So just see in blue up on the top.
Yeah, I do apologize for that.
You've got Ikimerion. Now they're meant to be in slot 11, but they're in slot 1 for this game. A little mix up with the slot numbers.
Okay. Oh, goodies for scoring this tonight.
Yes. now.
Yeah, I like to be I like doing scores, but not if teams not in the regular spot or having the wrong team tags. Then it's just being a pain in the ass.
Yes, I totally agree. Especially we've got more than one team from the same clan as well.
Oh,
that's
goodies.
always fun. Yeah. Now, just to give people a picture over on the western side, so the teams that jumped early, we've got King 7 are over at Hospital. They're actually in and around there, but they've also got players that are heading west. Then we've got the Square Squad are in the southwest Georgia Pole. Over at the Georgia Pole crates, we have Team ZX. 7 Elite are up on northeast Georgia Pole, and then North Georgia Pole at the top of the bridge there. We've got Team 6, which is Criminals. So no contact as yet. I thought we might have some at the farm area because we've got Team 15 up at farm, which is Saka, and they were in close proximity to Zone Brothers, Team 5. But Zone Brothers actually decided to take vehicles and they've gone across to military base. And it looks like someone's got a little bit bored and knocked themselves over. So it's JW Haddis there. JW, the Just We team, Team 12, up by just west of Lipovka.
Trying to Ooh, I'm just looking at something. Got a
Go on.
host for tonight. Over here.
We have. With his final verdict tag.
Yeah, indeed.
So I know we've got final verdict in the chat. I know that. So good evening, Azura. Give your team some love.
Yeah, so like you see, we do like people are in chat. If you are in chat and you like to see your team, just cheer on, and we do our best to look in the slower moments to cheer on, to look at your team for cheering them up.
Yeah, we have shots. So I think that's the guys from Just We, as they rotate around, are actually putting some shots into low HP at Christian. And they also received some shots. Their UAZ is smoking. They need to try and get that thing to safety.
Yeah, especially when you want to use your vehicles, just keep them safe. No, the tires always stay keep complete. Otherwise, if you have a buggy or like a Dacia over here, we got a Dextro, get some shots in towards Hades. But if your vehicle is so fed up and it's about to blow up, and you keep on driving it, and the other team is keep on shooting, it can be completely being blown up, and you can be eliminated just by driving in a fed up vehicle.
Yeah, and Vimes and I were casting the Clash tournament last night, and we had a player, his 3 teammates had been knocked. And look at that. Great work there from Christian. So following up, supported his teammate there as a bit of a meat shield to go and crash the compound, and then his teammate coming in to support. Great work there. Now,
that's a good teamwork.
Very good.
But I think just we are now moving closer, if by the looks of it. Oh no, they're just driving away.
They're actually heading away at the moment. Yeah, so we've got teams starting to make their moves now. Just trying to see whether teams are actually coming together, because it's we've got the Zone Brothers coming up from Minibase Island on the Eastern Bridge. Now they do have Saka at the very northern end of the bridge, but I don't think they're actually getting involved at the moment. They're not. Over on the very western side there, we do have King 7 and Square Squad. Very close. I'm not sure. No, they're not getting involved either. These teams very, very cagey at the beginning. They're not wanting to get too involved. They know there are fewer players in this lobby for game 1, and so they don't want to be the ones that go out first.
Well, I definitely can't say everybody has points. I can say that that much. Everybody that now is in the game, at least they have a point. So we're here now, still with the final verdict. Christian on the buggy. They're now in the near mansion.
They are. They're making their way over west. They're heading gradually towards centre zone, and of course, with fewer teams around, they don't have to be quite so worried about rushing to get there early. Now we do have a bit of action with the Just We team again, Team 12. They're getting involved with Team 1, who are Ukimirion.
For a second,
A little bit of medium range engagement at the moment. They're not crashing each other's compounds just
Christian
yet.
now cross towards team number 5, the Zone Brothers. So that's gonna be interesting over here. Got a fight over here. We got Anku now already been down a little bit on health, and they also have team number 7, Gentlemen of Luck, near their compound. So that can be interesting.
Whisker's just been taken down.
Christian now gets some shots in towards Arshul Lunks. Ooh, and Christian is now being knocked on his return by the Gentlemen of Luck.
Yeah, they're putting great work in there. They're having a fight with Zone Brothers. They're also putting shots into final verdict. So, Gentlemen of Luck, they're really aggressive from that position over by the entrance to shelter. Although they do have one player knocked, that's Whiskers, who is, I think, being pushed by one of the... well, there we go. That's you can see the kill feed there. Samurai from Zone Brothers takes him down.
Yeah.
Gets the finish.
Not sure where the lag is coming from. But... Ooh, and
No.
Hadramel is now been taken care of by a samurai. And now he has to be careful that the final verdict doesn't get to him. So
Yes,
samurai.
the final verdict can recognise what's going on. They need to come and push this. They're pushing. Final verdict are coming in. They know that these two teams are wounded and that they could clear up with some good aggressive play. They can get some good kills here.
Adrian gets in close towards Samurai. Samurai just wandering around and knocking and get those shots in. Ooh, but that's Senju now taking care of Samurai, and that means that is
Zone Brothers taken out, but look, we've still got Team 7 there. Gentlemen of Luck. They are all so low on health. If Final Verdict can push this. And it's Dextro. Dextro from Final Verdict jumps the wall and comes in and takes out the players from Gentlemen of Luck. And that is 8 kills now for Final Verdict and Dextro with 3.
That's I can say that is aggressive on the correct moment. Being very aggressive on the correct moment.
And our friends from Just We have just been taken out by Ukimirion over on the eastern side. They did suffer a knock, but they'll get that revive in. No issues there. All the teams safely in zone. So we've got 9 teams remaining. Bit of early action. Well, a bit of action after that very early standoff.
Oh, Final Verdict still with 8 kills, and the zone is getting closer. It's not a hard shift. It's just going a little bit more towards the center. So the teams that already were in the center, they keep on getting that center zone.
Yeah, that's actually quite a good thing at this stage, because we've got fewer teams. We need to get them condensed so that then when we get the hard shift, they're having to rotate past each other. They're not a kilometre away from each other. So we need them all condensed. So you can see Final Verdict and Square Squad are coming in together. But if they're closer together, then it makes it more exciting when we do get the hard shift and they all have to rotate quickly and they're brushing elbows with each other.
Mm-hmm. So we see already from Square Squad that one has just been taken care of.
And it has now. They're very separated out, Square Squad, for such a small zone. I think who's that? Trying to get the player's name. Ninazi is coming to rejoin the rest of the squad. Was very separated down in the south, but they've also got Saka to the south of them. Final Verdict to the northeast. All of the teams are trying to establish themselves in a decent squad house, just getting ready to consolidate position and wait for the next zone to break.
So Final Verdict is now in the museum. I always still have the urge to say the warehouse, but it's a museum now.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, I totally agree.
Well, yeah, it's what is in a name, but it isn't a warehouse anymore. You definitely can see that it's not a warehouse if you go in that building. So I can check it out for people if they didn't see it. So yeah, you can't say that this is a warehouse anymore.
No, my understanding, like yours, is that it's now officially a museum.
Yeah, but still, you get sometimes the urge to say, oh, well, just when it goes fast, it just yep. It's a warehouse, but it is still a museum.
So a good fire and move there from Azone from Saka. Just putting some pressure down into Final Verdict and then moving away.
Yeah, Vimes, it's a very dodgy one. A very dodgy one. Yeah, we've got Vimes on YouTube.
Oh, right, I see. Sorry, Right, so now we do have a slightly harder shift. We're going to be centred south of Yasnaya. Interesting to see that Team 13... not Respect, it's even... Yeah. Evo.
Evoking, yeah.
Yeah, Evoking. They went to Yasnaya very early. They were on their own up in the northern side, and everyone else now is coming in. So centre zone is that open field down south of Yasnaya. So teams are going to start to try and get those compounds. There are a few still remaining. You can do some good work from the ones on the west of the map. Final Verdict's now getting involved with Team ZX. And Ukamirion as well on the eastern side. So Final Verdict getting involved in plenty of fights so far tonight.
Dexter on a slither of health. Just by passing towards one bullet.
Very careful.
Yeah, one bullet and he's been knocked. While we see Senju now being knocked by team number 1. So now they're pushing. So Senju will be being eliminated. I'm afraid he's just in the open, being knocked. So Christian, Adrian, and Dextro have to really be careful. Ooh, Abdullah gets knocked by a Dextro. Dextro now with a nade cooking in towards that building. He gets that nade correctly.
He's trying to get it through the building. I think he might be about right here. And
just overshot it. Wasn't that far away? Ooh, Dexter now pushing into the building. Ooh, and it's been taken care of by on the return by Capone. So it's up towards Christian and Adrian. Ooh, Senju is now being eliminated by 7 elite.
Adrian goes down, so it's only Christian remaining. Now that's losing Dextro is going to be a big loss for them. He's been one of their more aggressive players, and he's been one of the reasons they've been taking quite so many kills early on. And Christian goes down as well. So Capson from Ukamirion doing good work.
So that's Final Verdict in a 9th position. But they will get a lot of points there. I think they had 9 kills, or 8 or 9 kills. I'm not 100% sure anymore.
I think it was certainly 8. They may have had, they may have racked up a couple more. I think they got one of the Ukamirion team.
So their placement points plus 8 kill points, that will get them a nice high score for the first game.
And just to let everyone know, so the top 5 from each group, so each evening is a separate group, and the top 5 from each of those groups go through to the semi-finals, which are happening in, I believe, 2 weeks. They've been put back a week, haven't they?
Well, I'm not 100% sure when it will be, because with the Blue Challenge, there's a lot of shifting around.
Now on the map, I'm just looking over to the west, the very western side. Team 14 there, King 7. Now they are on the western side of the Yasnaya Bridge. Now I'm probably going to be proved wrong, but I think they need to get over that bridge quickly while they can. Well,
Well, we got team number 1. I don't know who that is. Is that?
It's Ukamirion. They should be in 11,
red?
But they the message was sent to them as 1 instead of 11. There was a typo in the slot message.
Ooh. But yeah, everything can happen. Nobody's free from mistakes.
Yep. Oh, Capson on the roof. That's how you get up there. Interesting. Just having a good look at what's going on over there with 7 Elite.
You have to be careful because Team ZX is passing by, and look at a spray of Capone. Just saying towards the team, hey, stay away. We are here. You're not gonna pass over here.
Yeah, just letting them know that there's someone in the compound, and it's a really important compound here that Team 1 are holding.
It is.
It's absolutely dead center zone, and when this zone starts to shift, if this is still in zone, because you've got the very southern edge of Yasnaya, the apartments are still in play. But apart from that, there's hardly any hard cover. We've got 7 Elite and Square Squad going at it, but they're also being joined by Criminals who are rotating to the south of zone. So we've got a 3-way battle down in the south and southwest. Criminals have got a nice little split, trying to separate out the fire.
So like you see, there's a lot of teams close, but not really close. They're getting close enough to fight, but not that close combat fight. Like we seen earlier with Final Verdict, there has been a couple of fights like that.
Yeah, Square Squad are using the gullies and the broken down tanks that are in the field that came in the latest update. They're using that area, Square Squad, Team 16, to cover themselves from 7 Elite and Criminals and anyone else that dares come near them at the moment. 7 Elite are on the move, it looks like. They're heading east.
So now, before the hell breaks loose, I want to thank everybody for coming in. And if you have a guest account, please create a Trovo account so we'll receive some notifications when we go live as a scrimcaster. When you like to see these lovely scrims, doing it now this week every night. Ooh, and the zone just shifted again.
Zone shifted, and Team ZX are now in centre zone. Now they've just had one player knocked. He's been revived. They've lost a player as well. They've gone down, but they are in centre zone. They don't have great cover, but they are in a nice little dip. So teams are starting to make their way in. A couple of teams have got 7 Elite and Square Squad going at it in the south now.
And this is a fight outside of the zone, so in 1 minute and 5 seconds, the zone will start to move. So if they're not moving into the zone, they most likely will be eliminated. But as you know, as soon as zone 5 you're in the blue, then the zone the health is going very fast down. You can't escape it.
Oh yeah, I mean, what you can see is 7 Elite have got the hillside there, and they're doing what I was about to say. I wanted them to do is break away and head to the east. The reason I say that is Square Squad have got them held up. They can't get through Square Squad. They saw criminals go across to the west, and so they know their best option is to go east, and they are skirting all the way around the blue. My guess is they're going to come around in the north and come around somewhere near the Yasnaya, and that's where Evo are, Team 13. So I think there's going to be a bit of action up in the northern side with King 7, Evo, and 7 Elite as they meet up.
Yeah, they're about to clash over here, like you see. Ooh, and K7 Strike is now being knocked by a Namaste of 7 Elite. Ooh, and Evo gets in that fight again. Also, so 7 Elite now really well, not really third-partying. They started one of the fight. Ooh, and now look at that strike and everything. Everyone else has been eliminated. So we got a Noah still up. Got Lugia. Is now being eliminated. So Matthews is nope. And only Matthews has been left alive, but he's not even close to the rest of his team.
He's not, and we've got one player from King 7, one player from Evo. The 7 Elite guys have got to get into zone. This is going to start to hurt. We are phase 5 of the game. We've got a minute to go. Team ZX are still in zone. Everybody, all the other teams are around the edge, and these guys have got to get past the Chameleon at the moment.
We got perfect here with the DP. Get some shots in towards the guy from 7 Elite. Namaste is over here. Ooh, look at that. Namaste very, very low on health. Got Silk also being knocked off 7 Elite. Ooh, and Namaste now being knocked. And it's going to be thirsted by Perfect. Perfect gets some shots in on his return. And Namaste is now being eliminated by Yukimiron. So for 7 Elite, we got only safety anymore. He's just behind a little ditch next to the road. And for team number 6, we got the criminals. They were in a fight with a ZX.
Yeah, ZX have been doing a great fight. They're a great job. There are only 2 of them left. They only jumped as a 3, and there's only 2 of them left. And they've been holding off team after team from that centre zone. But they've got a player knocked now. Perfect is trying to get the revive on his teammate.
Punch over here. He has to be very careful that Darcy hasn't been blown up yet. So if he's very close while the Sakar team keeps shooting towards that Darcy, it will blow up and then he will go down. At least they're going to knock. So less up over here of team number 11. It's that is in the slot number 1. Ooh, look at 7 Elite. Safety is now being taken care of by the zone. So Shakar is now really in trouble, but no, they've already been eliminated. So now let me just recap. We got the criminals, got ZX, team ZX, then we have Yukimirion.
Yeah, so and that's phase 7, our top 3, Yukimirion, criminals, and team ZX.
So the criminals are the only team that is still complete. Got a ZX with 2, and then we got a Yukimirion with 3 members remaining.
So
So
ZX have done a stellar job there as a duo. They really have. Perfect puts the name out to Zards, a nade out to Zards from Criminals, but it's slightly overthrown. Perfect is just about the only player that's near centre zone at the moment.
yeah, well, like we see over here, that crate is spot on centered in the zone. Got the criminals on the one edge, so it's like all the teams just going for the edge of the zone.
Well, that's the thing, because there's no real hard cover. That's the problem you've got. Is Team ZX have been holding near centre zone, and Zards does take down Perfect, but is taken down himself by Lilik from ZX.
But he will be revived, so his teammate made it. So Honcho was playing some. Yeah, Honcho was just keep on shooting towards Yuki Mirion, and that way he was perfect cover for Perfect. Ooh, Zelox get some shots in from James.
Good work from Criminals there. We've seen there with some good rotations. They've been holding off teams. ZX again. They've been holding off everyone. They've been absolute stellar job. Just the two of them. And Nade comes in. This could be difficult for Perfect. No.
Oh, James goes
Manages
down.
to avoid it.
So James is now being knocked. So I think Marius have to get closer towards James for that revive. Otherwise, they will lose one member while we see Loix. Oh, Marius takes him down and being completely thirsted. So that means ZX's last remaining member is Perfect. James behind
He's going for a heal off now. He's got 4 first aids. He's just going to be spamming the first aid. So we've effectively got Criminals against Euchimerion for the win.
So the last one for Criminals, they got 2 knocked. Marius takes down Perfect, but he will have to move into the zone. Otherwise, he will be knocked, and that's the end. Oh, that's already Euchimerion taking the chicken dinner for the first for the first game. And look at the amount of kills. They managed to get 13 kills for the first game.
That's not bad with only 12 teams.
Yeah, indeed. Got the Criminals in second position with 7 kills. Got Team ZX in third with 1 kill. Then we got in a fourth position. That was help me out.
That's
Square Squad.
Yep.
Square Squad in fourth with 1 kill. Tarkar in fifth with 1 kill. Then we got 7 Elite in sixth position with 7 kills. Then we have
Evo, which is Team 13. Yeah, Evo King. Yeah.
In 7th position. And in 8th position, we got King 7. Final Verdict goes down in 9th position. And if you look, they go down in 9th position, but they managed to get 9 kills in 9th
good
position.
Work for them.
So if there wouldn't been run up from Euchimerion earlier, I think they would have managed to get much more placement points. They would have ended up way higher than 9th position. I believe myself, but that's just me. You never know about that. Then we have in 10th position. That is just we. In 11th position, that is that gentleman of luck. 11th position.
Yes, gentlemen of luck. Yes.
Then in the 12th position, that is
Zone Brothers.
Zone Brothers, indeed. So that's it for the first game on the Wrangle. The second game will be on Jamie's favorite Murmur. So keep you guys a little bit waiting for the second game and with some highlights. So see you guys in a couple of minutes. I'm muted. So the Zone Brothers in 12th with 1 kill. Yeah, you're muted. Yeah. Oh, not me. welcome with game number 2 on Murma. Got the fly path from in the south, close to Puerto Paraiso, all the way towards La Cubreria in the north. So the fly path goes over Los Leones, directly over Picado, near power grid. So that means near San Martin too, over the crater fields, and then all the way towards the north, La Cubreria.
Yeah, so quite a south to north-ish type of flight line. Covers most of the map. Not a hard flight line at all. A couple of slight changes. I don't have game sounds, by the way, just to let you know. But a couple of slight changes, I believe, to the teams. Yeah, so couple of early jumpers. Looks like we've got Formula 1, Team 19, heading down towards the Prison Island, or at the very least the very southern coast.
Oof.
7 Elite heading across to the Impala region. A couple of teams heading.
Got
west of
already
Los
someone
Leones.
being knocked from King 7 and been eliminated.
And taken down, and that's just we. Looks like they were getting involved together.
Ooh, and the zone pops up, and it's for once the last couple of weeks I've seen a lot of zones going towards the south with that water, and now there's not a drop of water. It's all desert in this zone. So up in the north near the water treatment, we got 2 teams. We got ZX and we got Evo. And near the ruins, we got ZB, and we have double check over here.
That's enemy Amber Road. They should be in 8, but they're actually in slot 4. We've
Okay.
got criminals who should be in slot 6, who are in slot 8, from what I can see.
Okay. Well, we got 3 teams. Let me double check that.
The shots with Zone Brothers and enemy up by all the way up by ruins. So these guys are the furthest out of zone. So it's Paphos from enemy with the pistol putting shots in.
So we got Uncle here. And looks like that Offos, well, for now he's just by himself near that in that compound. The rest of the team has to either go moving in or he has to move out and try to get it as safe as possible. I'm not sure where the rest of his team is.
They're further south. They're heading over to. They're over at ruins.
Already in
So
ruins, yeah.
he's under a lot of pressure. He does need his teammates to support him. Otherwise, they're going to lose one of their players here. I'm sure he's capable of taking on a fight, but not when he's got no vest and only a level 1 helmet, and he's got 4 players in front of him.
that's a pain in the ass, if you ask me. Especially when you really want to get in. Got that mini and the M7, and now ZB is. It looks like ZB is hunting for him.
Yeah, they're looking around for him, but they don't know there's only one of them, I don't think. So they've been a little bit cautious because maybe they're not sure that there isn't a whole squad there. He does take down one.
Go for the second one.
Takes chunks out of the second player. Samurai is making his way out on a wide angle through the warehouse there. Paphos cooking a little landmine for them. His teammates are trying to get across now from ruins. They've got a couple in the vehicle going on the road, so they'll be coming from the northern side, and Regal RC is going to be coming from the western side.
So Paphos really doing a good job to slow them down while he's waiting for the rest of it coming in.
Yeah, really, really good job here. Just holding them up, just keeping them in one place, almost herding them, almost making sure that his teammates have got time to come in and provide that support.
Just like my border collie would do.
There we go. And look, they've also got the smokes, the mollies coming out. Arsalanx is on fire. He's lost about 2/3 of his health.
So Simba who takes down Arcelorlax. So Anku and YJ guys moving in. While we see on the other side Paphos and Liger RC. So, ooh, look at that over here. We got. Ooh, that's only Samurai. Ooh.
Samurai, the last remaining players, so they've got a position of chasing them down. They've been taken down there. Brilliant, brilliant work. And as you said, they had Paphos holding up the 4 players. Paphos has gone down, but he's going to be revived. So he did a perfect job there, holding them up until his teammates could loot up, get vehicles, and come and join him. And then they took down that squad. So they come out with 4 early kills. Enemy Amber Road.
Yeah, very good job of, like you said, of Paphos and the rest of the team by pushing in that aggressive. Just by being that aggressive, they could be able to knock down 3 of the team, and then in the end, the last man standing just taken down easy. So good job of ZB. Enemy. No, sorry. Yeah. Good job of enemy Amber Road
It was
against
a very good
ZB.
job. Yes, it was, and it was very important as well because they're so far out from zone. So they've got the blue zone coming in soon. They couldn't afford to hang around and mess about with that fight. They needed to either leave that. They had to make a decision. They leave their teammate there, or they all go and help him and get it done quickly. And they made sure they got it done quickly, and so they can finish their looting now and then start making their way into zone. All the other teams just about are making their way into zone. We've got Formula One heading in over there at Valdemar at the moment. And then on the northeastern side, we've got Evo King and Team ZX.
Well, you said earlier you have the choice for either going, leaving the teammate behind or pushing in and putting it as fast as possible over. It's okay if you decide to go for that push to help your teammate, but if you don't have the skills to do it, or the correct manpower or the correct guns, then I would say just leave it behind and just go as a 3 further away. But enemy Amber Road, they have the skills, they had the firepower, so they did a good job.
Yeah, we've got Team 18 and Team 16 going at each other. That's Necro Razors, who we didn't see in Game 1. They're having a bit of a fight over towards Minas Generalis.
With the Khan 98. Just a 3 scope on it. Can be enough.
It can, especially when you're aiming at tyres. Look at that, really good work, just spoiling their day. Now behind them, they've got Insane from Square Squad, who's putting into shots from the northern side. So they've got a bit of a split here, Square Squad.
So we got a non-tour of team number 18, Fake Trust. Don't know where they get that.
No, it's Necro Razors.
Necro Razors, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's something different. Okay.
Yes,
never mind.
Yeah.
We're doing like we always do it. Oh, look at that over here. We got a Molines of Square Squad being knocked by Oko.
And he's getting ready for the push. He can hear them. He knows they're coming.
Another molly, but the knocking play is not right there where he throw that molly, but it can be enough for the rest of the team not going to make it for that revive.
I'll tell you what, if he's going to do this with a Car 98, then wow. I want to see that. It does get up high. That's good work now. He can control this now from up the height there. He's got all the 4 players in front. So the player from Square Squad has now been revived. He's going to come in with the push.
Well, if there wasn't any smoke, Oko would see that the two members of that team behind that little ridge, a wall or at least.
Just spotted the one player in front of him.
If he would have a molly now, he just could have go for that molly. Ooh.
Be careful, they've got the player providing the support.
Look at that. Oh, and it's now been knocked, Oko. And Montor has been knocked as well. So we got Houdini, DM and KO.
And they're trading nades at the moment, DM and KO. So the push is coming now. So this battle's going from one way to the other. So now it's Square Squad on the aggressive. They're on the push now, having taken one player. They've taken 2 players down, so it's Houdini now. He's got to try and hold for his team. But he's taken down with the off angle there. Good work from the off angle player from, I think it was Moulinez, who was taken down. He was the one providing the support there.
So we have final verdict they're close to. That is Yukimerion Red. That's a bit of a tongue twister.
It is. It certainly is. And just let you know, also, just Team 12 have just been taken. Oh, sorry, they've got 1 player remaining, and they're getting into it with the guys from Team 27 Elite. And I think they're about to lose their final player, being pushed on by 4 players. Yes, it is. And it's Elite Safety takes him out. So, yeah, I just caught the last end of that just from the map view there.
Got a safety low on health by that fight.
Ooh, what we do have is Criminals and Evoking together up in the northeast, just east of Hacienda del Patron. Criminals have lost 1 player, so the 3 of them, they're surrounded at the moment by the 4 players from Evoking. So Evoking have got really nice positions. They've completely surrounded Criminals.
It's all 3 of them and that level between the hay bales.
They are. They're all squeezed in as tight as they go. Because
nice and cozy.
Evoking. They've got players up on the high ground. They've got players, both sides. Marius goes down. Zaraz goes down as well. So it's just Honcho here now, and he's being pushed.
Oh, Matthew's now pushing in. Down 1. And that's the end of the entire team. Now we have number 13 Evoking with 4 kills.
So good work from them. They got themselves into perfect positions to surround. They got all 4 angles covered, and as soon as they established the knocks, they pushed in aggressively. So yeah, good work from Evoking. Good to see. And now they're being pushed on by ZX now. So ZX, they've had 1 player taken down. He's been knocked, and I think he's going to bleed out. His teammates are not going to get to him. And Evoking are now pushing. NCS is trying to hold them off. NCS lays a little grenade landmine for them, but they don't take the bait. But a nade comes through and knocks NCS. Perfect nade there from Noah.
What we see in the background that we have Final Verdict coming over, and NCS is not completely been eliminated. But where's the rest of his team? A little bit out of
just
zone.
outside
Perfect.
zone. Yeah, they got separated.
Okay.
So we've got Adrian, low HP from Final Verdicts, putting shots into Z8s, and they're having to rotate. They're having to go into the blue to try and get away at the moment. Final Verdicts are putting shots into both ZX and now into Evoking as well.
I've seen in the first.
Lovely capfire.
Seen in the first game, they can manage it. They were being really aggressive at the right time and wrangle.
So the zone shifts, and it's our first hard shift on this Miramar map. We're going all the way south. We're going to be centered between Picardo and Los Leones. 7 Elite are heading towards center zone. So we've got teams trying to make their way into center zone because there is some high ground there. There's a couple of hard compounds just to the southeast of Picardo.
you watch the chat, it's so now I won't go that far, Jamie. I won't go that far.
We're in lockdown, so you're safe. Anyway, right, back to the game. So FV and Evo. So Evo, Christian from FV is taking down one of the players there from Evo, and Evo and K7 are getting into it as well. So K7 coming to join this now three-way party up in the northeast, around the Hacienda area, just east of Hacienda. Well outside zone, of course.
Team mode is now being knocked by Lugia. Team mode is now completely eliminated.
So it's only Strike from K7, and we saw Strike in the last match. He had the ghillie suit, of course. And he's been pushed on. See Matthews there coming in to try and take chunks out of him, and he manages to do that. So Strike in a very bad position, and Lugia, apologies, from the hillside, and that's allowed FV to start making their way in. It's distracted them enough that Final Verdict can make their way in. They're going to be heading past Graveyard. So in the northern edge of zone at the moment, we've got Square Squad and Saka either side of the road, just south of Graveyard. They're taking chunks out of each other and having a bit of a fight across the road. And now Enemy and Gentlemen's of Luck over on the western side of zone. We've also got Formula 1, so we've got three teams over on the western side here.
Look at that logic of team number 7, Gentlemen of Luck. It's 3 men down from the Gentlemen of Luck.
Formula 1 doing well here. They haven't got any kills at the moment. They are still running as a 4, although it would be typical of my usual commentator's curse.
And that's Whiskas and the Gentlemen of Luck taken down in 9th position. Now we got Legal RC and Simba still being knocked. So
yeah, Formula 1 need to be aggressive. They need to push this.
If I was for them, I would do the same thing. Just push in how hard as possible, like we seen Final Verdict doing in the first game.
They're being too passive. They're waiting. They're waiting to see what happens. But at the moment, they could have aggressively pushed a broken team, and now they're allowing Enemy to get the revive on. And we've seen how good Enemy can be. They could take the fight to Formula 1 here. In fact, they are, I think, Paphos and Paris up on the hillside there.
Yeah, we've seen Paphos in the beginning of the game, been holding down a complete team. So
I'm not sure they know Formula 1 are that close, actually, because Formula 1 have been so quiet. Shots are coming out now, so they certainly know now.
But the shots didn't connect completely, so that will be some lost shots. Now they know exactly. Look at that. That's Wait Prof takes on Paphos and Legal RC. Simba now either has to move in, take that M249 away.
Yep. And look, but they're still not pushing.
Yeah, you see that one of your team members takes down knocks down 2 players, then you go for it as soon as you see them going down.
Yeah, you've got an M249, you've got 2 players knocked, you need to push this. Now they're coming in now, and here they do, and they do actually take them down in the end. So they do get the job done. I'm a little surprised they weren't a bit more aggressive, especially given that they had an M249 to get the work done. So we're down to 7 teams. We are in phase 4 of the game. 27 players remaining. We've got 7 Elite. I've got a player knocked, Crasher. He has now been revived, so they're having a crack at it with Ikamiri on Team 11, as we see here.
So, Ukimerion Red. And now they're close to the 7 Elite. They have a split 2-2. And they got
They do,
Formula
and
1.
it's unusual this late to have a 2-2 split still, especially where they're not sort of holding centre zone, for example. Well, having said that, the zone has shifted, and Ikamirion, wow, have they just lucked out? So they hold zone now. They've got the only hard cover in zone.
If it was for them,
uh,
if I was for them, I really would group together again. So you know that a lot of teams will push towards your place, and you have to stay together. Otherwise, a 2v2 split doesn't get enough damage when you got a full team pushing it.
Yeah, so just up in the northeast, up in Picardo, you've got Square Squad now making their way away from Picardo. Saka, they've got 2 players knocked in the blue at the moment, and they're going down now. There's only 1 player remaining for Saka. So we're down to 6 teams. So final verdict over on the eastern side, running the edge of the blue. There's 7 elite here on the edge of the current zone.
I don't think that building is in the zone at all. It's they have to move out.
Yeah, so he's 10 meters away. So final verdict are making their push now, and they're going to be pushing onto the 2 split players from Ukamirion on the eastern side, the ones that aren't in hard cover.
And Adrian over here with the with the M4 and with the M7 on his back, they knows that Insane is over there. He's waiting for Insane to pop up and just getting that spray up.
Insane from Square Squad is rotating past final verdict, and look at that, he gets taken out with the exploding 4x4.
So down to 5 teams, final verdict, 7 elite, Square Squad, Formula 1, and Ukamirion Red. So for now, I would say Ukamirion Red still have the driver's seat. They're still up with full. They have the hard cover. Final verdict still close. Also up with full members. Are we really in a fight with Lizzo? Then we got a 7 elite as a 3, and Formula 1 also still 4 members left.
They do, but look at where the zone's broken. So we're straddling. So the warehouse is the only hard cover. We've got the hillside to the north, warehouse to the south, and the road runs right through the new zone. So Formula 1 are the only team on their side of the road. And we've seen this before. So if they can hold that, they've got a good high ground position. So they should be able to hold that up there. That could work well for them. As the reason it should work well is because the other teams are going to fight each other for control of that eastern side of the zone.
Yes, Namaste was running down and get some shots in, but he will get some boost up. Going back for that fight with 7 with final verdict. I know he's just going for his buggy and gets him a little bit close towards the zone. Not completely in the zone yet, but he gets there. As soon as he pops up behind that road, he will be taken down.
Oh, Formula 1 on the other side of the road. They're doing exactly the same. They're using the slight hill that they've got there on the other side of the road to really good effect to provide them with some excellent cover, and they're letting the rest of the teams just eat each other up at the moment. Cumbie takes down Bonner from Square Squad.
I think we just managed to get to see our top number 3, so final verdict has been eliminated. Got Formula 1 takes down. Ooh, we get some shots in towards. That's still Ukamirion Red. Still can struggle with that Ukamirion. So that means that Formula 1 is the only team that still is with 4 members. Got 7 elite with 2.
Formula 1, I was saying what good position they are in, and they've used that position well to get that nice little 3-1 spread. But what they've got to do is they've got to cross this road now. So they need to all try and come across at the same time, or they need to time it right anyway, is what I'm saying, to make sure that they don't get shredded as they make their way over the road. They're going to have to smoke as much as possible and then drive over as quickly as possible together.
They've been very aggressive. They have one of the members of Ukamirion Red Dog and almost take down Namaste. That's all the work of Formula One.
And here comes that push. So Pref is coming in first. Gumby is coming into the right-hand side, and he's just about made it. He's made it over the road, but he hasn't quite got into zone just yet. We can see him on the right of our screen. He's in that building, and now what he's doing, he's clearing the flank. He's trying to clear out Ukamirion to help his teammates. So he's going to distract them, and his teammates now should be able to push over from the other side of the road, and here they come.
Those circles of 7 Elite on the other side is also being knocked from and now 7 Elite has been down. So now we got a Formula 1 with 3 members still up and running. Got Kami just being eliminated. So Clutch over here going for that flank on the right side. While the nades are flying in, so Flo wins. Ooh, and yeah, so Prof is Wait Pref now being knocked. So it's a 2v3 at this point. Got a bullet with a nade going out. Let's go for the revive on Pref. Now we have a Flo Fins going for the flank. All Clutch was going for it.
That's a clever move from Flo there, but they spotted him and they've taken him out. That could have been an important move for him. They've now got the 3v2 established.
The problem for Ukamirion is that they don't have the zone, while what final Formula 1 do have. So Ukamirion has to move out. Abula now low on health and has now been knocked by a nade of
Here
Pref.
comes the push. The aggressive push is coming in. So he's in the blue as well. He's going to go down, and he goes down to the M249, which frankly was overkill because he was so low on health anyway.
It was indeed a little bit overkill. So that means that Formula 1 taking the chicken dinner of the second game. If you look carefully, they got Formula 1. They have 13 kills. 13 team kills. That's on Miramar.
That's good going. And they proved me wrong there because I thought they weren't being aggressive enough when they didn't push enemy. But they proved me wrong. They played it well, and I do like the fact that they pushed when they did, and they sent one player over to distract and made sure the rest of the team could make their way over.
Ukamirion Red in second position. We got 7 Elite in third. Final Verdict in fourth position. And Square Squad in fifth. Darkar in sixth. We got Evo still evoking in the seventh position. Enemy Broad in eighth. And Gentleman of Luck in ninth position. King 7 in 10th. We have that is Team ZX in 11th position. Criminals in 12th. And we have just we in 13th position. 14th position we have. That is the team
Necro
that it's
Razors,
not in.
Team 18. Yeah, Necro Razors.
Yeah. And then in 15th position is that B. So that's us for the second game on Miramar. Next game is our third game, and it's still on the lovely Stanok. So see you guys after the highlights.
must never stop the way. Yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be
welcome back with game number 3. We have our flypath from the northeastern side of of Sanok towards the southwestern part. So from Mognai towards Sahmi, and it goes directly over the Bainan, close to boot camp, close to Paradise Resort, close to Camp Bravo, all those places. It's quite central of the the island, like you can.
Yeah, it's interesting flight line. So everywhere's within reach. We'll probably get a brutal first zone, knowing how Sandhawk's been recently. Now they've got rid of Vikendi, of course.
Yeah, well,
We'll see a cluster of teams heading over towards ruins.
we don't have Vikendi anymore for seeing that Vikendi zones, so maybe they will do it now on Sanok.
So yeah, 3 teams over in the ruins area. We've got K7, Evo, and ZB. So they're all kicking off now. So we've got 1 player actually been finished from ZB. 2 players now been finished. They're down to 2. Now down to 1 effectively. Arsalanx has been knocked. And he's probably going to bleed out. I don't think his team... Oh, he might get to him. But he's also being pushed by Evoking.
Well, he get minutes to get him up, so that's a good thing. Now they were with you, as long as he gets those meds in. So now we have, instead of a 1v3, a 2v3.
Yeah, so that was some good early work by Evoking there. Now, they did lose Lugia, of course. There's also King 7 in and around the area. They're just over to the west, around Tambang. They heard all the gunfire. They're just getting themselves some weapons so they can then start pushing, I think. So, zone has broken. We're going to be sent in. Actually, this is not far off Denton Zone here. So, this could be quite an important position. Zone is actually just northwest of Painan. So, east of this area.
Not sure what they're shooting at, but Matthew is now popping up and shots down 1, and YT and is now being eliminated. So that's the end of ZB in 14th position.
And K7 are starting to make their way in. They've got Icy to the north, they've got Manon to the south, and then they've got Strike and Blands coming in from the western side there. So they've heard the gunfire. They want a piece of this as well.
I just had a little pie, so that was my piece. So now they can have that piece of third party. But that's not even a third party anymore. They just go for that gunshot. Lance now near the ruins on those 3 buildings. Makarov is the center of the main temple of ruin.
Yeah, look at this, King 7 working their way around. They're getting this spread nicely. They've got 2 players now down to the southeast. They've got Blands to the west, Icy up to the north. So they're trying to get the surround on. So they're trying to maybe using 1 player to draw them out, and then use the other 3 players to finish them off.
Oh, no, oh, look at that. Strike is now moving around. And I still wonder when Godzilla will show up. Got a couple of skeletons near now here with ruins. Got one in Paris Resort, and then one near Hatin. So we got a lot of skeletons, but when is Godzilla show up himself?
Yeah, yeah. So King 7 have now managed to completely surround the ruins. Now, Evo do, of course, have the advantage of the hard cover, and they are looking around in all different angles at the moment, but they do only have the 3 players, so they can't cover all 4 angles. They may have spotted some of the players going around because they're on the outside of the ruins building. Well, sorry, not on the outside, but they are looking to the outside. They're looking in all the directions. They know there's someone out there.
Just seen on the map, they have still the zone. But 7 Elite is coming closer. 7 Elite.
They are.
now on the bridge, 2 of the members of 7 Elite are on the bridge, while the other 2 are in the compound more towards the western part of the ruins.
Yep, over to the eastern side of the map, we've got Criminals and our friends over from Ukamirion. And Ukamirion have actually been taken out by they've got players still over at Camp Bravo. So Ukamirion, we've seen them having a split before, and on that occasion it did not work out for them. They've lost 2 members to Criminals over by Quarry, but they've still got a couple of members up in Camp Bravo. Now, you were mentioning about 7 Elite coming over from the Northwestern Island. Be interested to see if they do anything, maybe leave a player on the bridge, because they do still have the Gentlemen's of Luck up on the Northwest Island still up there, but I think they're going to be coming over that short peninsula, the missing bridge.
Yep. I wonder when King 7 is moving in, or they're really going to wait until Evo is coming out.
Well, that's the trouble with Evo. The position they've got is all they're going to have is they're only going to have a peak. They're not going to be running out in the open. So until they leave that ruins building and actually come outside, it's not going to be easy for King 7. King 7 here actually putting in some smoke. They're trying to make an approach, but Strike has been taken down.
Yeah, Matthews with the shots in Strike. Now I see with going out with the smoke for the extra cover for Strike, so he can come back. I see it's now being knocked as well by Noah. So Evo holding down that ruins side really good.
They are. So King 7 there, they worked hard to get themselves on all 4 sides. But then as soon as they started to try and push in towards Evo to get that move done, it didn't work out for them. And now, as you said, you've got 7 Elite coming in from behind, and that's Bland's on his own to the western side of Ruins. He's about to have Evo on one side and 7 Elite on the other. In fact, he's just been taken down by 7 Elite, and he's thirsted up as well.
So from a good position from King 7 to Evo, it's gonna be done for King 7. So they only have Moment mode.
They do, and they've got they've got the Gentlemen's of Luck CIS coming in from the northeastern side as well. They're coming over the hill.
And ZX.
We've got the ZX as well. Everybody's coming to this area now. ZX and Gentlemen's of Luck are the ones that are closest to Central Zone, because Zone's broken for Phase 2 and it has moved northwest, so this area is going to be even more crowded and more important. Gentlemen's of Luck up on the high ground, we can see on the map there. They are pretty much Centre Zone. So they might be sniffing some extra kills here.
So I see now completely being eliminated, so that means that King 7 down to 1 team member. Still up with 13 teams. So the next the next team that wants to go for that ruins will be a 7 Elite. They're already going for that line movement. We got Crash going for that eastern side of the ruins.
Only 1 team in Painan at the moment, which is Final Verdict, but to the west of them they have the Square Squad, and then further west of there we've got the Necro Razors. Now you can see them just to the left of your screen, Team 18, coming in from that high ground. So they're coming in behind 7 Elite, and Crasher has noticed that. Crasher's going up to cover, and he's actually spotted one of the players of Necro Razor.
So Crasher with the QBZ. Is he going for that push, or is he just gonna wait until all the 3 others of his team are looking towards the team evoking in the ruins? So I don't think Crasher will go for that hard push, but he is still going for the flank. Got a ZX also now closer to the Negro Razors.
Yeah, so Necro Razors, they've got Final Verdict to their east over in Painan. They've got ZX to the north. They've got 7 Elite hunting them down as well. From we saw Crasher there working his way down. So Crasher's got behind a rock and he's got a couple of teams in his sights. So actually, we've also got the square squad as well. So we're potentially going to have a 4 or 5-way battle, a 5-way battle over in the eastern side of zone.
Just we are as close to. They're now in a fight with Formula One. So just we jumped as a threesome. Ooh. And Igor from Just We is now being shot at while he's trying to get the revive on. And let me have a look. The zone, and the zone is going back for the center. Look at that. If we got Evo King, how perfect can it be for Evo King? It's still getting in the
Yeah. So sorry to jump in. Necro Raisers, Team 18, having an absolute hell of it. They've got 7 elite to their west. They've got Final Verdict to their east. They've got 2 players knocked down now. Final Verdict coming in to try and get the finish on them. The 2 remaining players are in between 7 elite and ZX. So that eastern side of zone is a real hotbed. You've also got Square Squad down to the south as well, and Criminals making their way in. They're coming in behind the Nox players from Necro from Final Verdict.
Well, I was just about to say we got a Final Verdict also going in because we saw Loic take down Nontor. Oko is now really low on health. Come on, he doesn't want to jump over. So Oko over here with Final Verdict.
Yeah, so Final Verdict are coming in. They're now coming in to fight with 7 Elite and Criminals.
And we have Houdini have a good look over the 7 Elite members. 7 Elite just been eliminated in 12th position.
Yeah, really good work from Final Verdict. Now Criminals coming in behind Final Verdict as well.
Who Senju now being knocked? It's by himself behind the rock, while the others are. Loeb has been knocked too. So it's only Dexter and Christian now that's still remaining. Senjun is now completely been eliminated tested by Moncho. If he wasn't be tested by Moncho, he was being eliminated by that nade. That was a beautiful nade going over there. So the Criminals now are now pushing in towards Final Verdict too.
Sanju's taken down, so Final Verdict Criminals. So they are fighting outside of zone. They need to get this done quickly. 17 seconds to go. Nade comes in from Marius from Crims.
Dexter has now been knocked as well. So So Dexter now still being knocked, so up towards Christian and Loeb for defending the honor for Criminals. Tart is now being knocked by Loeb. And Loeb now being eliminated. So he was getting a good job done, but that's Final Verdict down in the 11th position.
And Criminals need to get this revive done quickly, get some heals in and make their way towards zone. As you say, we've got Evo in there taking on Necro Raisers. The Necro Raisers got 1 final player remaining. Evo doing a great job defending that ruins building.
So DM and KO on the ruins side. So I don't think Evoking will appreciate that he's in that building.
No, then up on the northeastern side of zone, we've got the Just We coming in from the edge of the blue, and they're about to come in on top of Formula One. And then we've also got Team ZX up there as well. And Good Luck, Gentlemen of Luck, apologies, are still up there. The 2 remaining players on this northeastern side.
It looks like they're really trying to find DM and KO. For Saga, we have now Saga still knocked while the Criminals are pushing in, and now it's just been eliminated by Saga just by a single nade and then a 9th position.
Yep, so Gentlemen's of Luck and Formula One and ZX still up in that northeastern side. ZX, they've lost one player. NCS is not, but is being revived now. They've also got the Ukamirion team coming in from the blue zone as well, trying to make their way in. So a bit of action over on the eastern side of zone. Evo are going to finally have to move away from ruins. The zone has shifted north. It's going to be up on that small compound just east of the bridge.
So Evoken, for the first time in the game, have to leave ruins. So I don't think they will like that. Well, DM and KO get some last minute boosts. And maybe hoping for that Evoking go for that push for the zone. They can take down a couple of members.
And here they go. They are coming for the push now. So he's hoping, as you say, he can shoot someone in the back as they make their way out of ruins. But he's taken down. Now Evo have got to get out of there now because phase 5 of the game. This is going to start hurting.
So Marius just in the zone. The zone just shifted again and it's going away. Nobody's in the zone at this moment. ZX is almost being eliminated completely by the Formula 1. So it's a Lulik, I think.
Yeah, so criminals are starting to put some shots over into Evo, and they've prevented Matthews and Noah getting away from the building. So Matthews does go down. We've got one of the players from Square Squad has gone down. So we've now got our top 5, phase 6 of the game. Only 9 players remaining. That's really thinned them out, that phase of play. Criminals over on the eastern side, Square Squad on the western side. Square Squad do have the hard cover though.
Got Noah.
Also, you've got the last remaining player from Formula 1.
And Noah here from Evoking. That's another tongue twister. Evoking. Not really complete tongue twister, but Noah goes down, so it's up towards Makarov. Makarov already in the next zone. So will he go back for Noah for that revive if Noah managed to get in the zone? Don't think he will do it.
No, so who's going to take it then? So we've got criminals who've got the numbers. They don't have hard cover, but they do have the numbers, and they do have rocks to use as cover. They know where the other teams are. So to the left, they've got the player from Evo.
So for now, like you said, that's criminals in the driver's seat. Square Squad having the hard cover, with just the 2 of them. It's a good job that they have the hard cover while Insane goes out.
So it's Makarov from Evo could act as the spoiler here. We've got a 3v2v1. The 3 of criminals. I was going to say, do they know where the player from Evo is?
Yeah.
They certainly do because they're launching nades in.
Well, luckily for Makarov, the nades are not really connecting. Well, the Square Squads are now completely in the zone. To the center of the zone, it's more like we're just in the center of that road, that crossroad. Poncho now pushing in towards Makarov. He takes down Makarov.
Makarov needs to get this healing, and he needs to get it in quickly. He needs to make sure that the blue zone doesn't touch him, and he just manages to take the kill. Absolutely, so because he might not last much longer, so take the kills when you can get him.
Yeah, indeed. And he was doing he had the most exact moment that he had to push in, and that's Molines being knocked off the Square Squad. Now James and Zaros will go for that push in towards Square Squads.
So they're coming over the road, but he's going to get taken out, and it's Insane does take him out. So James gets taken down. Zards is the one that's now going to try and push over.
So for now, we got a 1v1v1 while we have 2 teams still, 2 members going up. But it is when your member is being knocked, we don't count it really. So James still have to be up. Mulines is being revived already. And is that a nade? Oh no, it's just a smoke. If that was a nade at that moment, it would have been the end of the criminals.
Yeah, Makarov coming in. He's going to definitely act as the spoiler now.
So if Makarov just can get a couple of shots in towards James, while the other he's trying to get some cover for the other two, can manage to get at least two extra kills.
And
James
they're so
is
preoccupied with Crims that I don't know if Square Squad have actually noticed Makarov from Evo out on that side. Did they see where the molly came from, or did they just see the molly land? I don't know.
ooh, Zoros just been revived, has been knocked again by that zone, is now been eliminated by Insane. James has to be careful, and has been eliminated, so it's up towards Makarov. So that's Evoking down in second position.
Really well played there from Makarov. Sorry, I said that he might not make it much further, but really good work from Square Squad. They held off in the end. Really well played. I have to say, well played to Crimso. They controlled that zone as well as they could, and we had waves of teams over on that side.
Yeah, it was very good. While we have Evoking holding that compound and holding that as that ruins the entire game. That's also very good, a good job. I had I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, 7 elite of King. No, it was King 7 trying to keep to overrun that the ruins. But with the three of them, they just managed to hold that ruins, and they managed it until it was out of the zone.
Yeah, very good work. And you can't say they were camping because they were holding that position. And look how many kills they've got. 10 kills. Very good work for them.
Yeah, it was. So that was game number 2 on Sanok. We have in a couple of minutes of fourth and final game on Wrangle. So see you guys after the highlights. welcome back for game number 4 on a Wrangle. With the flypath from in the north and from Stalber over school, directly over Pachinki, over the western bridge towards the base, all the way in the south and the water. So that's a central flypath from northeastern side towards southwestern side.
It is. It's not a. Yeah, we've seen a lot of very central flight paths so far tonight. Made it very easy for the teams. Look at that. We've got quite a lot of early jumpers coming out. So it will test because we're going north to south this time. Last time we went west to east. So we're going to see, will teams have a secondary drop location, or will they be heading to get vehicles and go to where they normally go? We've got 2 teams up in Severny. Looks like Evo. Look at the spread they've got for their looting. They've left 1 player up on Stalber, and they've got a couple of players over in Severny and 1 in between. Final Verdict have joined them in Severny there.
Yeah, well, we're waiting until the zone is popping up. Otherwise, then Final Verdict and Evoking in Severny. All the rest of the teams are quite spread out. Look at the zone. 3/4 of melee base, Milta Power, Lipovka, Yasnaya, Rozok, and Pachinki. Close to Ferropier as well. All the rest is otherwise everything else is out of the zone. I will have to check out here in Severny for a second.
Over in the western side, actually, yeah. So yeah, nice little battle going on in Severny with the. Sorry, yes, it is Severny with Final Verdict and the Necro Razors.
Extra takes down DM and KO. So what are they gonna do next? Is Dexter going for that rooftop of the church? Going for another rotation, another angle.
Ooh, thinks better of it. But look at that, really good work. In fact, it was Senju who took down Oko.
Actual, just the DM and KO is now being revived. Dexter is maybe go for that push.
Oh, here he comes with the GBS. Someone with a crossbow?
No idea, but
someone with a crossbow there.
Adrian and Dexter are now being knocked, so Sanju and Christian have to go in. And that's Negro Race has been eliminated in the 13th position.
Great work from Final Verdict there. They took 2 knocks, but they'll get those revived. So 4 kills, good early start for them. And I think the Evo team, Evoking, actually decided not to join in with that one.
Looks like Final Verdict really loves a wrangle. In them in the first game as well, being really aggressive and having that 9 kills. They didn't have the placement points. They just managed to get I think it was 9th position, if I'm not wrong. But
it was, yes.
But that 9th position with 9 kill points, that will push them right up. So let's hope they have the second wrangle map doing the same thing. Or even doing better.
Exactly. Yes. So they obviously like it. So you do find that you get some teams that are sort of map specialists. It tends to be the more the maps like Sanhok, for example, where you often get teams that are quite specialist.
Well, let me check someplace else. Lucia of Poking. It looked a lot closer on the map. Oh, we have an George crate, and ZX, and
You have
an enemy Emerald.
Yeah, enemy have actually come over. I think enemy were actually over at North Georgia Pole Apartments, and they've come over to the crates for a bit of a fight here. They know there's another team, and they've come over to get involved. I like the position Simba's taken. He's got the off angle and he's putting in that support from the side.
I'm very low on health. 5 buffers. NCS, look, Paris now moving in, and NCS getting really in trouble in that container. Paris just throws one molly in the container or a grenade. It will be over for
Aim has been taken down. Paris is taking some shots now, so this push isn't going quite as perfectly as they hoped. But they are now. Look, we've got the 3-on-3 and 4-on-3 now. Simba coming in, and that is them
ZX.
taken out. So teams ZX team are taken out. They go down into 12th place.
An enemy Ember Road still complete.
So yeah,
And
really
Simba,
really good work from them.
oh, I thought for a second Simba has been
Cool. Up
disconnected.
on Rozok Hill, we've got the Zone Brothers and Square Squad going at each other. Right on top of Rozok Hill there.
Thanks for the cost save, Steven.
And then in
Okay.
school, we've got 7 Elite who are keeping a close eye on this battle from distance.
Maybe be able to third party this fight.
I think so, yeah. So nice little close-up fight going on. Samurai being taken down by Munez.
Being
And getting
tested.
finished.
Now Munez is been knocked on his return. YJ is on his return been knocked and been tested. So Arsholank is now been knocked and tested, and that's the end of ZB team in the
Yeah, so
11th
Zone Brothers
position.
go down. Yeah, so 7 Elite aren't getting involved in this. They're going to head down to centre zone. In fact, it looks like they're going down to very close to Just We. Crims are also making their way towards centre zone. So we see a lot of the teams who are on the outskirts of zone are now heading in. We've got a bit of contact between Final Verdict and Evo up in the north of zone, just north of Yasnaya Lake. Christian has been knocked. Low HP has actually been taken down.
Controls weren't working for a second.
So Evo, yeah, so Final Verdicts have got 2 players in a vehicle and 1 knocked. Evo have got 1 player knocked, but I think they're going to get the revive on and they're heading over. So I think Low could be interesting here. Who comes out on top? It's going to be a very even fight.
So we've seen earlier in the game that Evokings didn't want to participate in the fight now in Final Verdict had. Like, so get some shots in from Matthews. Senju of Final Verdict has been knocked. So for Evokings, they have Makarov been knocked. Matthews going out with that nade. Doesn't connect completely.
Christian now getting the healing. Coming to rejoin the battle, these two.
Yeah. But that's Evoking's the 3 of them pushing now for Senju, so Senju is now being eliminated.
It's Christian and Dextro moving around. They're trying to get an angle on Evo here. They're trying to move around to the high ground, but I think they're going to be spotted just as they do that.
They want to really engage this fight. It's a 2v2 and Legio is being knocked. Christian gets some shots in. Legio now completely been eliminated. So it's up towards now to Matthews and Noah. So
And I think they're actually getting out of here. They're not going to bother with this. They're going to retreat, not retreat, but they're going to move away, change location, zone breaks, and we get a hard shift. We're going south. These guys need to just carry on. They don't need to take this fight. They can get away from this.
they're not completely going away.
No, that's my point. I think they should do. I think they should just leave it. They don't need to take on this fight. There's 2 players remaining on both sides, and it could prove costly. They don't need to hunt for the kills to do this. They could have taken the vehicle and got away from this one. They're the only teams that really aren't in zone. There's only, Square Squad aren't in zone, but they're only a few meters away. F1 are going at enemy over on the west of zone, just south of Pachinki. We've got Formula 1 and enemy.
Yeah, I still don't get the Evo Kings like my choose and know it by keeping that there. Like you said, I would do myself. Just take a vehicle and drive away, like Christian is now doing.
Yep. So just south of Pachinki, you got Formula 1 and enemy. Now enemy have had 2 players knocked. Simba and Legal have been knocked. Having said that, they've now had 3 players knocked, so it's only Paris that remains on his feet for enemy. Sorry,
I have to apologize. Christian is not taking that vehicle for going away towards the zone. He's just moving around Evokins for another angle so he can surprise them. Look at that, Christian takes down almost takes down Matthews. Get some shots in return from Noah.
So we are phase 2 of the game. 9 teams remaining, 30 players still alive. We've got a few areas of conflict. Matthews is taken down by Christian.
Christian on his return by Noah, so it's up towards Dextro and Noah now.
Yeah, these guys seem to love just trading knocks at the moment. And there we go, they do finish it. Now they can get away.
That's final verdict down in 9th position.
Now, all the other teams really have headed towards centre zone. We've got 3 teams just west of Farm. We've got Just We, Eukamirion and Square Squad. On the northern side of the bridge, we've got Criminals. The very southern peninsula, we've got 7 Elite. And then over to the west, we've got Formula 1 after their little battle that they just had over there. So it's only Evo they're going to make their way in. Everybody else, all the other 7 teams, all around the central part of the map.
We have 3 teams, at least 2 teams not too far away from each other. Team 11, Camerion Red, and team number 12, just we. But they also have a Square Squad near them, number 6. They are now moving out.
Yeah, so the zone is shifting a little further south still, so we are staying around, we're centred. I mean, we still have potential for it to go to the Millibase Island. And so interesting that Criminals are holding that eastern bridge. That could be strategically very important real estate over there. If it does keep going further south, they could hold the key to people getting over to the island.
A little bit curious over here with 12 and 11. Still just Camerion Red.
Evo still coming in out of the blue. The 2 players, they're driving down, so they are still in the blue, but they are making their way down. Sakar and 7 Elite getting close to each other. Formula 1 on the very southern coast. So everyone's just sitting and waiting, really trying to decide where this next zone's going to go. Are we going to get a hard shift? Are we going to be going further south? Is it going to stay on the mainland? Is the decision by Criminals going to pay off to hold that bridge?
We're gonna find out in a couple of seconds.
So a few shots ringing out, but no real engagements at the moment.
Warning shot.
Exactly, yeah. So the teams are a little spread out. That's what happens. We've only got 8 teams, 28 players, and we're phase 3. And look at that zone break.
Oh, that's a good call from the IGL from Criminals.
Yeah, so Criminals here. I think what they need to do now, they've really held that position well. They haven't really come under any pressure. But what they need to do, I would say, take 1 player to the southern side of the bridge, just to make sure they've got someone down there, and everyone else hold the northern side.
think they're gonna
No,
do
they're
the other
doing the
way
opposite.
around.
They're sending three. They're sending three players to the southern side. And is James going to hold the northern side, or are they all going to sit on the southern side?
Or
They're all
he's not
no,
even
they're
staying
going to make
on the
sure.
bridge.
No, they're going to make sure that they go across to the island, and they're going to hold the mound just south of the bridge.
And my controls are stuck. I can't do anything.
Formula One have made an interesting decision. They're heading west. They're going both through the red zone and the blue zone, and they're going to be going on the western bridge and coming in from the opposite direction. Teams are starting making their way across the bridge. We've got Ukamirion at the petrol station, the gas station, and so are Saka as well.
Yeah, I can't do anything, and the only thing I can do is open them.
Ah, okay. So well, maybe pop it on map view for a bit and we'll see. So Ukamira are taking shots now from Saka as they're at the very northern edge of the bridge. Saka holding position in the gas station and on the other opposite side of the road as well.
I have a feeling that evoking will do the same as Formula One.
Well, why not? They've driven all the way from the very north of the map. They might as well have some more blue zone.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 Elite have made their way across. So Crasher is heading over to the criminals.
Got a Saka on the north side of the bridge. They're in a fight with 11, Ukamirion red. So they are gonna try to gatekeep a little bit of that bridge on the sides of the road.
Yeah, so Ukamira are now pushing over. They've got all 4 players on the same side. They blimey, jump off the buggy there a little bit too soon, and Abula took some damage for that. He's just cooking up a nade ready. So Sam from Sarkab is just about to eat a nade, but not quite. So these guys really are getting ready for a push, I think, now.
Yep.
And they've taken one of the players from Sarka down. Take 2 down. And that's 1 finished off. So I think they're going to... Yeah, that's the second one finished off. So there's only 2 remaining for Sarka. And they're on the other side. Right on the edge of the peninsula. The other side of the bridge there.
They didn't want to wait for the team to put in.
So the zone goes further south.
Yep.
7 Elite and Formula 1 on the western side of the new zone on the military base island. So safety from 7 Elite has been knocked. And these guys came in. 7 Elite, I think, actually swam over, didn't they? I believe.
No, 7 Elite came over the bridge.
No, they came over from the...
Oh, no, you're right. That was Formula 1.
Yeah, so Formula 1 came on the western bridge. 7 Elite actually swam over, and they were second over to the mini-base island after Criminals. So Criminals now holding the bridge. Saka and Ukamirion are coming over, and so are Square Squad, trying to get over the bridge. So that eastern bridge is going to be really hot property. So
Especially
right
in
now
a fight with Komi of Formula 1, and Komi has been taken care of by Crusher. I got still a Pref and Clutch from Formula 1. So Namaste have to be careful. He has a Formula 1 in his back. And on the other side, he still has team number 6, the Criminals. Oh no, that's a little bit way over there. I think now we gotta fight Darkhawk. They're swimming over. Don't in fury.
They are now. James from Criminals is trying to hold the bridge. He's on the left-hand side of the bridge. Look as he looks north, and he's got Ukamirion coming over. They're trying to make their way over the bridge here, but they've also got Square Squad up on the northern side as well. Now Square Squad have just crashed into the water, I think, and they're taking shots from Ukamirion.
James now looking over here. He knows exactly that Marion is over there. But Chimerion doesn't know that, James.
Capson from Ukamiron is putting some shots in from the side of the bridge over onto Square Squad. Square Squad in a very difficult position at the moment. They're not in zone. Well, they're actually almost just about in zone.
Now Chimerion knows now that the criminals are over there. Al Capone is one nearly gets knocked, and that would be a complete kill. While when you're being knocked in the water, you get an instant kill.
Yeah, and the zone shifts further over to the eastern side. So this end of the bridge, the southern end of the eastern bridge, is still in play. Going to be really important here. We've got teams over on the island. We've got teams on the bridge still. So it's going to be those two. Whoever wins each of these fights is effectively going to be meeting in the middle.
Stop. Ooh. Healing Molly himself. Molly's in the nature coming up.
Yeah, they need to move. Yeah, so and what you've got now also Evo holding the compound at the southern edge of the bridge. So Krim are actually centre zone and holding the southern part of the bridge. But just on the very southern edge of the zone, you've got the evoking team in a couple of buildings. On the western side, you've got 7 Elite, Just We, and Formula 1 trying to make their way in. 8 teams, 20 players, phase 5 of the game. And James from Criminals is doing that job we said about. He is holding teams up on the bridge.
Doing a great job with his DP.
He really is. He's absolutely shredding Ukamiron at the moment, really making it difficult for them. Gets another one knocked and gets the confirm as well. So Ukamiron in all sorts of trouble as they try and make their way over. In fact, Abula is decided to go for a swim instead. He's dropped off the side of the bridge. He's going underneath now. As the blue zone comes in.
Means that James over here with that bridge camp is still in the zone.
His teammate Zards has gone down to one of the Formula 1 team. I think it's Wait Pref who's taken him down. The zone, we've still got the bridge is still in play in the zone. So under it and on top of it, it's still really important.
James gets him another rock towards Lazop. Cooking that nade, throwing that nade. Maybe go for that. No, not really connecting, but it was not too far away.
It's not. Now these two players they're just about in zone actually. The zone isn't shifting too far from this position, so they could get themselves in a good position and just hold off if they can. See Abula, but he's got the 2 teammates are above, so Moulinez goes down for Square Squad. We've got 6 teams remaining, only 14 players over here in phase 6 of the game. We've got 3 teams over on the bridge, and then we've got the other 3 are down to the south and west.
But Abula has to be careful because there are 2 Dark Op teammates, members near the pylons of the bridge.
There are, and I think they're on the part where you can stand up, are they? Maybe they're not actually. Not quite, yep. No, they can't quite stand up. I don't believe.
Well, at least they don't have the weapons in their hand.
No.
And if they could, I think a zone would have been fully boosted.
So Noah from Evo goes down to the zone, and Evo go down in 6th place. They're just trapped outside of zone. So James still doing that great work up on the bridge.
Looking at the bull, looking over Fury. He sees him.
Oh. This is when you need a pet shark you could send in.
So flow fence on top of the bridge, now jumping in the water.
He's in the water now, so James is all alone on the bridge. Now he could sit here and wait for these teams to.
So I think now Clutch of Formula 1 has a nice job gatekeeping 2 teams, 4 players. They can't shoot as soon as they pop out. You can just spray them down.
as long as he's watching, he's got to be watching the water. Because if he's not, they could just get to the point. If they can get so it's shallow enough that they can just pop up with the and get their gun. We can see that Eukamirion are trying to head out. They're actually in zone where they are. Saka not quite in zone, and they'll be able to see Clutch. And he's just smoking his UAZ at the moment.
But he knows
Clutch
that.
putting shots into James.
So for now, I would say Criminal is doing a great job. They're still up with 4. Got Formula 1 at least, just a Clutch. Taros gets some running in towards it. Clutch is now being eliminated. So I think that will be the end of. Yeah, we both know now who's gonna win. We know that the Criminals will win this.
Well, let's not assume, but it's likely. Yeah. So Flow Fancy goes down. As Ebola is now taking shots as well. We've got Sarko in the water. Criminals absolutely controlling this zone now. They really are. They are totally in control of this match.
I'm just spraying out.
Like shooting PUBG players in a barrel. They can just sit and wait.
You're just staying on the.
Oh,
Morris.
He's pointing them in the right direction. He's saying, "Oh, lads, just shoot at me, and you'll get them."
Yeah.
And there we go. It's game over.
I would say
Out their
fine.
misery.
Indeed. So the Criminals taking the chicken dinner on the fourth and final game of tonight. They managed to get 9 kills. Tarkar managed to get in second. They didn't have any kills, but they did manage to get at least those good-looking placement points. Then we got third position Marion and Red with 5 kills. Formula 1 in 4th position with at least they still managed to get 7 kills from a Clutch. 7 Elite in 5th position with 2 kills. Voking in 6th position, 5 kills. Where Square Squad in the 7th position with 4 kills. Then we go for just we with in 8th position. Final Verdict in 9th position with 6 kills. And then we have 10th position still me Amber Road with 5 kills. And in 11th position have that's still Zone Brothers.
Yes.
And 12th position Team ZX. And 13th position Agro Races. So that's it for the fourth and final game of tonight. Tonight I've seen a couple of good games, especially in the end of the zones.
Yes,
of every match.
I would agree. It was difficult because we didn't have a full lobby, especially the first and last games. We didn't have full lobbies, so it was slightly difficult. We had some very central flight lines. Sandhawk was excellent. I thought it was really good. With very strange zone to start with. Well, not strange, but it pushed the teams. So yeah, we'll so the top 5 with the results will be out on the Discord server.
Yep.
Top 5 go through to the semi-finals, and then it's Lobby D game night 4 tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So
back to the normal time of 7 BST, 8 CET tomorrow.
So that we have now the time, we have the place on the channel. And I want to thank All Stars crew for organizing and hosting the scrim. I want to thank the players for playing. Well, of course, you guys for watching. So, guys, all tomorrow and
good night.
Oh, of course. I would have forgotten.
No.
I almost would have forgotten. I want to thank Jamie for co-casting, of course. I almost would have forgotten.
Easily forgotten. I will see you guys tomorrow night.
Okay, see you tomorrow, guys.